My recent decisions might seem puzzling, but they are driven by a deep desire to protect you and our relationship. I hope you can see that every choice I make is influenced by how much I care about you. When my choices seem confusing or distant, it's often because I'm trying to handle my feelings without putting more pressure on you. My love for you is behind every decision, even if it's not always visible. I know it might feel like my recent actions are affecting you more than you realize. I want you to know that my decisions are made with a heavy heart, aiming to ensure that I'm not causing you more stress. Even if it seems like I'm making choices that distance us, it's really me trying to manage my emotions in a way that doesn't add to your burden. My feelings for you influence every decision I make. You might be feeling the impact of my recent choices more than you think, and I'm sorry for that. Every decision I make is deeply rooted in my desire to protect and care for you. Sometimes my actions may seem distant or confusing, but they are driven by my attempt to handle my emotions without causing you additional pain. My love and care for you guide every choice I make. I understand that my recent decisions might be affecting you in ways I didn't foresee. Please know that every choice I make is influenced by my deep feelings for you and my desire to avoid hurting you. It might appear that my choices are creating distance, but it's actually me trying to navigate my emotions responsibly. I hope you can understand that my decisions are meant to ultimately benefit both of us. Even though my recent behavior might seem confusing, it's a reflection of how much I care about you. I'm trying to manage my emotions in a way that doesn't add more stress to your life. I know my choices might be impacting you more than I realize. Please believe that every decision I make is influenced by my deep care for you and my desire to protect our relationship. When I make decisions that seem distant or detached, it's often because I'm trying to handle my emotions in a way that doesn't overwhelm you. My love for you drives every choice I make. You might feel the effects of my recent choices more than you know, and I'm truly sorry for that. My decisions are made with a heavy heart, always considering what's best for both of us. My recent actions may seem like they are pushing you away, but they are actually about managing my emotions without causing you more pain. My care for you influences every decision I make. Even when my choices seem confusing or distant, they come from a place of deep consideration for you. I hope you understand that my decisions are meant to protect both of us from unnecessary hurt. I realize that my decisions might be affecting you more than I intended. Please know that each choice I make is driven by a desire to manage my emotions while keeping your well-being in mind. It might seem like my actions are creating distance between us, but it's really about handling my feelings in a way that doesn't burden you further. My deep care for you influences every decision. Even though my recent choices might be confusing, they are a reflection of how much I care about you. I'm trying to manage my emotions in a way that doesn't add to your stress. You might be feeling the impact of my recent actions more than I realize. Please understand that every decision I make is made with a heart full of care, aiming to protect our relationship. When my choices seem distant, it's not because I don't care. It's because I'm trying to handle my emotions in a way that doesn't overwhelm or hurt you. My love for you drives every decision. I know that my recent decisions might be affecting you more than you realize. I want you to understand that every choice I make is driven by my deep feelings and desire to protect you. It may seem like my choices are pushing you away, but it's really me trying to manage my emotions responsibly. I hope you can see that my decisions are made with your best interests at heart. Even when my actions appear confusing, they are driven by a deep desire to ensure that I'm not causing you more pain. My care for you influences every choice I make. You might be feeling the effects of my recent decisions more than you know. I'm truly sorry for any confusion or hurt they might cause. My choices are made with a heart full of care for you. My recent choices might seem to create distance, but it's really about managing my emotions in a way that doesn't burden you. Every decision I make is influenced by my deep feelings for you. I understand that my recent behavior might be impacting you more than I intended. Please believe that every choice I make is guided by a desire to protect and care for you. I know you may not see it, but every choice I make is deeply influenced by how much I care about you. When I choose to stay silent or act distant, it's not because of you. It's my way of dealing with the overwhelming emotions I feel for you. You might think my recent decisions are about something else, but the truth is, every action I take is a reflection of my feelings for you. I hope you understand that even when I'm not speaking, my heart is always reaching out to you. Sometimes I make choices that seem confusing, but it's because I'm trying to navigate my emotions and ensure that I'm not causing you any more pain. I hope you can see that my intentions are always rooted in my deep care for you. It may appear that my recent actions are distancing me from you, but it's actually me trying to figure out how best to support you without overwhelming you. Every choice I make is meant to protect both of us from unnecessary hurt. My recent behavior might seem puzzling, but it's a reflection of how deeply I care about your well-being. I want to make sure that my decisions don't inadvertently affect you in a way that causes you more stress. I realize that my choices might be impacting you more than I intended. Please know that every decision I make is made with you in mind, even if it doesn't always seem that way. Even when I'm making choices that seem to push you away, it's often because I'm trying to shield you from the turbulence within me. My decisions are a way of managing my own emotions, so that I don't burden you with them. You may not understand why I'm making certain choices, but please trust that they come from a place of deep care. I want to ensure that my actions are in your best interest, even if they appear confusing. It hurts me to think that my recent choices might be affecting you more than I realize. I hope you can see past the surface and understand that my decisions are made with a heavy heart and a desire to protect you. When I make choices that seem to drive us apart, it's not because I don't care. It's because I'm struggling to find the best way to handle my feelings without causing you more distress. The decisions I've been making recently are a reflection of my inner conflict and the deep feelings I have for you. I hope you can find it in your heart to understand that my choices are meant to ultimately benefit both of us. I understand that my recent actions might seem confusing, but they are a result of my intense emotions and desire to ensure that I'm not causing you any more pain. Every choice is made with you in mind. You might be feeling the impact of my recent choices more than you realize, and I'm sorry for that. My decisions are often made with the hope of preserving our connection, even if they don't always seem to make sense. My actions might be affecting you more than you know, but please believe that every decision I make is influenced by how much I care for you. I'm trying to navigate my feelings in a way that doesn't hurt you. When I make choices that seem distant or detached, it's usually because I'm trying to manage my emotions without overwhelming you. My love for you drives every decision I make, even if it's not always visible. I know my recent choices might be causing you confusion, but they come from a place of deep consideration for both of us. I'm trying to handle my feelings in a way that won't add more burden to your life. You may not see it, but my decisions are deeply connected to how much I care about you. Even when I seem distant, I'm always thinking about how my actions will affect you and our future. It may seem like my choices are creating distance between us, but they are actually a way of managing my emotions and ensuring that I don't inadvertently hurt you more. My love is behind every decision I make. I understand that my recent actions might be affecting you more than I intended. Please know that each choice I make is influenced by my feelings for you and my desire to protect you from unnecessary pain. Sometimes my choices might seem to push you away, but it's really me trying to find a balance between my emotions and our relationship. I hope you can understand that my decisions are made with your best interests in mind. You might be feeling the impact of my recent decisions more than I realize. I want you to know that every choice I make is a reflection of my deep care for you and my attempt to navigate my emotions responsibly. It might seem like my recent choices are affecting you, and I'm truly sorry if they are. My decisions are made with a heavy heart, aiming to ensure that I'm not causing you more stress than necessary. Even though my recent actions might not seem clear, they are driven by my deep feelings for you. I hope you understand that every choice I make is an effort to manage my emotions while still considering your well-being.